Hey, Piglet, what day is today?
Today is the day that we burn this motherfucker to the ground.
My favorite day.
What's up, guys? It's Benny. James O'Keefe is about to blow the doors off of billions of dollars of government corruption and the ties that bind it to Pfizer all the way to the Jeffrey Epstein sex predator ring that was operated with the permission and probably the funding of intel agencies here in America and around the world. But in order to do that, first, James has got to stay alive. And I'm not being hyperbolic here, that's going to be a challenge. James O'Keefe has said it's going to be a challenge and has proven that it's going to be a challenge in this post. This is a post from Virginia Roberts. She is the living piece of evidence that exists against Jeffrey Epstein and the crimes of the global elites, against her who was sex trafficked to the royal family, and to who knows who else. The royal family paid tens of millions of pounds to her to shut her up. This all happened. There's photographic evidence. And she says that there's video evidence of Bill Clinton, world leaders, politicians, famous celebrities, musicians, and power brokers throughout the globe in all of Jeffrey Epstein's tapes. The only problem is that she, as a living piece of evidence, was just deleted. Now, what happened here? Because she says here in a post from just a few years ago, I'm not suicidal. For the sake of my family, do not let people get away with killing me. Too many evil people want to see me quieted. James O'Keefe shared this and said, I think it's time for citizen journalists to release more on Epstein. If they're going to kill us, they're going to have to kill us all. Coming soon. This went thermonuclear viral, seen by millions of people, liked, and shared by hundreds of thousands. What does James mean by this? Well, Virginia Roberts was killed. Her father and her lawyer says that she didn't commit suicide. That's the official story. She was hit by a bus in the rural Australian outback where she lived, and she said she had just a few days to live, and just a few days after that, she was suicided. Okay. James used this moment as a black pill and has released the stinger for a brand new investigation that covers Jeffrey Epstein. What's going on? To be released in just a matter of hours. James O'Keefe saying that he's not suicidal.
I'm going dark. I'm not suicidal. Pray for me.
He says that this project scares him and that he's worried for his life. The teaser and stinger for the project features Jeffrey Epstein quite prominently.
They can't suicide us all.
They can't suicide us all, and you can see here James O'Keefe with the Pfizer logo, Jeffrey Epstein walking with Prince Andrew. This is a direct callback to Virginia Roberts. You can see depositions here that James has clearly got his hand on. What looks like an image of Pam Bondi and what looks like Prince Andrew at Jeffrey Epstein's Manhattan mansion where he committed so many of his crimes. Okay. Well, the video hasn't been released, and so we're going to need to see exactly what is in it to know definitively, but it does have something to do with Epstein, and this is why James O'Keefe is so damn scared. Now, recently, Alex Jones has gone on his program and has said that not only is James so scared for his life that he's posting about it, but he's also given a dead man's switch to Alex Jones, that if in fact James is to be killed, that it would be Alex Jones who would get the information and documentation and would release it. Here.
Stories in my lap that are earth shaking, and I've never, on top of it, been at the epicenter or very close to the center of two of the three, and I'm involved in the other. And by saying that, I mean dangerous, dangerous, dangerous. I mean, I could feel the angel of death's wings flapping around. So I'm given this information, obviously, as a dead man switch so that if the people that are set to release it get killed, I release it. So I talked to James O'Keefe this morning, and I'm the only person he's told this information to. And he and his crew are going into complete hiding. And they're going to release 2 big stories. He said next week. I said, you got to release this right now. And I said, so let me guess, you called in case they kill you, right? And he goes, yeah. And he said, I'm going to be talking to him later and getting the information. And I'll just say that publicly. All right. And the information, I've got to talk to people I know. I get to talk to him more later and ask him, because I didn't get to this part with him. I just thought of this. I mean, obviously, I would need to distribute it for everybody's safety, but if he doesn't want me to, I'll just hold on to it. But a lot of people have already been killed over this information. This whole area. And I also need to talk to some of my good current and former FBI sources. I mean, quite frankly, most journalists would work, a year on something like this. And we are like air traffic controllers here. We've got so much going on. There's not time for that. But please pray for James O'Keefe, and please pray for me.
So Alex Jones, who has a long-standing working relationship with James O'Keefe, James saying, I admire Alex Jones. I've met a lot of people in the media industry. I find Alex to be authentic, kind, thoughtful, and responsive. He's a good man, and James has entrusted all of his newest expose and investigation to Alex Jones. Alex Jones saying that people have already been killed over this information, that it would take years to compile all of it, but that James O'Keefe is got it, and he's got him dead to rights. And the dead man switch is if they kill James, then the information goes to Alex. This is something that, of course, crisscrossed the internet and made the revelations, or what we assume to be the revelations that James has got, quite tantalizing and shocking. But it continues. Today on the program, Alex Jones peeled the onion layer back as to what may be in James's newest project.
Reports, and there's supposedly the first tranche of it's coming out today, that James O'Keefe's, one of the 2 big stories he's breaking is about someone in the Trump administration covering up Epstein. And then he put out a little short trailer yesterday that shows an image or still shot of video of Pam Bondi. So he didn't tell me the specifics. When he called me and me alone as a dead man switch, so I was, I guess, flattered by him. He's like, I think you might be the only person that I know has the integrity to tell this in case something happens. And then when he told me, I was like, yeah, you are in danger, buddy. He told me the other stuff, too. But he wouldn't even say who in the administration. I made some phone calls. And I told the crew over the weekend, I said, it's Pam Bondi. According to my sources. And because the White House already knows about this. So I wouldn't even tell the crew last week what the specifics were because I don't want to endanger them. And then there's 2 other big stories. And it looks like in this little promo video that he put out, he's kind of putting the 3 together because it's a big Pfizer news. And then some more Epstein news connected to the Democrats. But I'm going to stop right there and wait and see what he puts out today. So we're going to be watching, obviously, his X account, Keith Media Group, very, very closely. Now.
So this is all tied into some very interesting news cycles that we are parts of ourselves. James Comer on our program saying that there are no Epstein files and they've been deleted. Pam Bondi today being asked about that, saying that's not true. We have the Epstein files. Not only that, we have all of these videos of powerful people with children.
No, the FBI, the FBI, they're reviewing, there are tens of thousands of videos of Epstein with children or child porn. And there are hundreds of victims. And no one victim will ever get released. It's just the volume, and that's what they're going through right now. The FBI is diligently going through that. I haven't seen that statement, but I'll call him later.
Okay. So what is it? Are they getting ahead of it? You know, you watch something like this and you go, well, what does James have? Is James getting ahead of something? Alex Jones and the bomb cell, James O'Keefe, expose dropping today. One of the two biggest stories breaking about somebody in the Trump administration covering up Epstein. Many are speculating that it's Pam Bondi because in one of the stills in James's teaser, Pam Bondi is in it. Is AG Pam Bondi covering up the Epstein files? Yesterday, I decided to listen to a bit of Alex Jones. He was discussing the information James O'Keefe might be dropping today, alluded to the possibility that Pam Bondi is having some sort of relation with Jeffrey Epstein. Goodness gracious. Alex Jones accuses Trump, Pam Bondi, of allegedly covering up for Epstein. So, what is it exactly? I guess we'll have to wait and see. But I can tell you this, as somebody who knows both Alex and James, they're not effing around here. They've got something. And it's scaring the hell out of both of them. So these are guys that don't scare easily. So what is it exactly? Time will tell. And who is truly covering up the Jeffrey Epstein crimes? Time will tell. It's your boy Benny. Truth is out there.